Hello there and welcome to Mega Trip, the travel vlog that doesn't tell lies or cut corners, doesn't pretend to do poverty porn and deliberately do things the hard way or just show you the glitz and the glam, but this is a real travel vlog for real travel people to encourage you to get out there. This time you join me in the mega city of Sao Paulo in Brazil, where I have a one-day layover to explore the city. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Here's what's coming up on this episode of Mega Trip. Sao Paulo metropolitan area is the largest city in the Americas. Everything I've read, everyone I've spoken to has said it's not really a place you can walk around. Little smell of marijuana in the air here or there. Obviously the fame of Mega Trip is a bit too much for some people to handle. The food scene here is off the hook. Massive, somewhat phallic. Through the magic of editing, you now know more than I do what's going to happen to me in the next 24 hours here in Sao Paulo. And will you check this place out? Absolutely amazing mega city down here in Brazil, South America. So what do I know about Sao Paulo other than the fact I had an absolutely epic journey, the longest journey possible in the world to get here from Indonesia? Go check that video out. Well, what do I know? Well, a few bits and bobs. Sao Paulo is very much a city, a mega city. It is the financial heart of Brazil. Sao Paulo metropolitan area is the largest city in the Americas, in Brazil, and in fact in the southern hemisphere. I'm sure it would take way more than just one day to explore this place properly, but that's all we've got. So we're going to go and have a little look around this amazing mega city. Cue the music. Okay, so before we get out and explore Sao Paulo proper here in Brazil, let's check out what your money gets you in terms of hotel room in downtown Sao Paulo. I'm staying in a place called the iconic Charlie, and it costs about £61 a night. So let's have a little look. As you come in with a nice cupboard and a little mini bar with a coffee machine, I'll be having one of those in a minute. A fridge. Actually nice and stocked, this one, soft drinks, a few beers, bits like that. But it's also got some more home comfort, some microwave with a very annoyingly bright light when you're trying to sleep, if I'm honest. But a nice little kitchenette, pots, pans, all the bits and bobs that you might need for a night in if you want to save yourself a little bit of money. I mean, this place kind of advertises itself as a 5-star hotel. I would say actually it's just a very, very posh hostel, but very nice nonetheless. Anyway, in terms of sleeping, you get a fantastic double bed, very comfortable, slept in there last night. A nice TV, and of course, if we give that a little press, you can see, logged in to the best travel channel on YouTube. I'll take this minute just to remind you, you can subscribe to this channel on any device you want, TV, phone, tablet, whatever. It's great to watch it on TV if you want to see some of those big pictures, but make sure you subscribe for all the wonderful content. We also have a nice little mirror, dressing area. You can see my tat hanging up there, lots and lots of dirty laundry after my pretty epic journey. And then we'll have a little look into the bathroom. Quite small, but I guess we're downtown in a big old city. A nice little mirror, wash unit, a very, very good sized shower, which I'm going to jump in a minute, and a nice little toilet, bum gun, everything that you might need. And then finally, in this hotel room here in Sao Paulo, we have the view, or at least a nice little balcony. There is a pool at this hotel, which I will try and cut some images in for. But you also get a nice little balcony, seating area, and a view down into downtown Sao Paulo. So that's your room. That's what you get for about £61. I'll do the translations, the currency conversions up there as well. But that's it for the intro. That's it for the hotel room. Let's get on into town and see what's going on in downtown Sao Paulo. So coming to Sao Paulo, everything I've read, everyone I've spoken to has said it's not really a place you can walk around for a few reasons. One, it's absolutely massive. Two, it's not really built for that. And three, certainly at night, it can be a little bit dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. And I definitely do not know what I'm doing. So I've got myself an Uber to the Avenida Paulista, and yeah, we're gonna have a little wander around. The avenue itself is one of the biggest, most well-known streets in Sao Paulo. Avenue Paulista, I should say, or Avenida Paulista. Now that's actually a demonym, and that means Paulista is really the name of people who live in Sao Paulo. So it's one of the biggest avenues here, and it's probably one of the few areas I'm pretty confident I can have a little walk around. It's 2.8 kilometers long from one end to the other. So I'm going to start the day by having a little stroll around Avenida Paulista. And so far, it looks pretty cool. I mean, this is just a hospital at one end. And you can see it's a big, broad, well-populated avenue, part of the financial district. And where you can see a lot of very impressive and modern buildings. If I walk to the end of the road of this big avenue here. I mean, super impressive. Very cool. We're gonna have a little walk around. One thing I did note after just a few hours here, and second I kind of got out of the hotel and started mooching around, is the light here is lovely. I have never been to South America before. Anyway, I'm sure it's gonna be cool. Let's check out downtown Sao Paulo. So I've made it about halfway down the Avenida Paulista so far. Real mix. Yes, lots of big, posh, shiny buildings. Also lots of little stalls like this one here. Little corner stores, convenience stores, selling whatever you need. People in fancy cars, but also plenty of people getting the bus. Plenty of people actually on the street. And lots of little side stores like these guys have down here. Also, little smell of marijuana in the air here or there. So we're going to keep on walking down through the stores. At some point we'll have to get some food, maybe something to drink. But I think we could probably do two in one with a little bit of a shopping experience. That's my plan anyway. So let's carry on our little one-day journey around Sao Paulo. You know what? I've decided to cross the road. We've done about half the way on one side of the road. I figure we're not the only ones making videos today. Look at this. Obviously, the very heart of Sao Paulo. A little bit of media culture. I think I might have distracted her there. Obviously, the fame of Mega Trip is a bit too much for some people to handle. But there we go. We get a very different view of the Avenida Paulista from this side. I'm sure I pronounced it right at least once. Look at that. All right, let's keep on mooching down. One of the things I've noticed quite a lot of already walking around Sao Paulo are these VW buses. You see them pretty much everywhere. They are much loved by the Brazilians. And in fact, one of the reasons why you still see so many here and still in such good shape is they still make them here. Even when they've been made in the 70s, into the 80s, there were factories making VW buses here in Brazil, and they're still running. And the massive VW car culture down here, or VW style. Anyway, that's us done with the Avenida Paulista, and I'm starting to get a little bit peckish. I fancy a little bit of maybe retail therapy, checking out something a little bit different. So we're gonna head off, see if we can get ourselves a snack, maybe some fruit. Anyway, let's grab another Uber and see what else there is here in Sao Paulo. Okay, so we've now headed away from the more traditional commercial corporate centre of Sao Paulo down to the old municipal market. We're gonna have a little look at that. It's about 20 minutes in an Uber, probably all about £3. But anyway, this is the municipal market of Sao Paulo. Famous for things like fruit. Ooh, and wine by the looks of it. Wow. Hola. Like I said, I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm probably going to try and get something to eat here, but let's have a little look around first, see what we can see. Lots of delicious food. Hola. We will come back for something like that in a minute. But for now, let's walk around. Definitely a lot of food places. Lots of hams, lots of banging. But let's wander about first. Okay, so outside the cafes, there are lots of food stalls in here. Your hams, garlic, olives, little peppers, salt fish. And if you're into that kind of bacalhau thing, that looks absolutely glorious. Anyway, hola. Bom dia. Trying to pick up a little bit of Portuguese because I don't have any really. I think bom dia is hello or good day. Anyway, yeah, so lots of olives, lots of spices, cinnamon, chilies and hot things, and lots of cheese. Wow. And that looks like some kind of parmesan, but I'll bet it's not. I'll try and figure out what that is a bit later. Wow, look at this, dried fruit, nuts, oils, a real cornucopia. Do you know what this reminds me of a little bit? This reminds me of Borough Market in London before it became what it is today, which is basically just a tourist destination. All bottles of cerveza there, bottles of beer. Almost getting to that time. Yeah, so it reminds me a bit of Borough Market before it got so crazy and touristy and wildly expensive. Now this obviously is a bit of a tourist hotspot. It's okay. But you guys selling fruit? I'll come back. Okay.
Another guest. Do you want to try fruit?
Not right now. So obviously lots of people trying to sell fruit. Looks very exotic, looks very expensive. That side of things actually reminds me a little bit of Japan, where all the fruit is kind of laid out one by one, very much a premium product. A few bars, which is always nice to see. Wow. So I think at some point I'm gonna have to make a decision, and I'm gonna have to order something. But what? I think we're gonna go find ourselves a sandwich or maybe some kind of pastry. Let's try this. So I think there's some nice little pastry looking things in this stall over here. Hola. Get one. So I don't know what it is, but let's give it a go. And let's give up early, I think. So then also some beer. What should we try? So this original. Can't go wrong, I don't think. Voila. Thank you. Alrighty, so absolutely no idea what this is. But it looks like a nice little pastry. A few little bits of lemon. Give those a squeeze. And we'll see what this little torpedo thing is. It's always difficult trying to film and eat at the same time. Alright, so give that a chew. That is a lovely little pastry made with that salt fish or salt cod that we saw earlier. Wow, that is delicious. All washed down with a local cerveja original. I have no idea how you pronounce that yet, but I will figure it out. Let's give it a go. Definitely tastes like beer. Oh yeah, I needed that. It's not actually midday yet, but I'll let you into a little secret. After if you haven't seen the video, after the 2-day mad journey it took me to get here from Indonesia, my sleep pattern's a bit mucked up, so I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. So that makes it sort of 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm sure. Right, let's carry on with this. Right, well that was absolutely belting. So let's carry on around this little market. Let's see what else there is to see. I'm not sure I'm quite brave enough to go back down the mad alley of slightly aggressive fruit sellers down there. Let's have a little wander around, see what else there is to see. I mean, fruit is obviously a big thing here, and exotic fruits. Perhaps stuff you wouldn't see at home. There's some lychees, plums, dates. Maybe stuff you would see at home. Strawberries, yeah, not that different. Right, oh, hang on. Now we're here, let's take a minute to get a proper view down the side of this thing. It's a big, old, impressive building. So like I said, this is the municipal market down in Sao Paulo. A little bit touristified now these days, but still very nice. I think definitely worth a visit. I mean, that croquette that I had, the salted fish croquette, was absolutely delicious with a beer. Cost me the grand total of maybe £3, maybe £4. So absolute bargain. But anyway, let's have a look at the building. It's built back in 1933, and all the licenses for the stall holders here, they're all held by people from the local area. So all that's left for me to say, I guess, when it comes to this market, is here's your montage. Before I came to Brazil, I was told that the food scene here was amazing. And I tell you what, dear food lover, I don't think you would be disappointed if you came here. I've only got 1 day in Sao Paulo, so I'm not going to get too much of it, but luckily I've got almost a couple of weeks here in Brazil. The food scene here is off the hook. Loads of restaurants, loads of great food, all in one place. I'm reliably informed much of the country is like this, so got a pretty good feeling we're going to be eating and drinking very well here in Brazil.
Bom dia.
Very friendly people as well. Always helps. All right, mega tripper. I could have happily stayed in that market all day, eating and drinking, but It's getting hot and we need to do a few more things here in the glorious city of Sao Paulo on this one-day adventure. So, time for some green space. And just like that, we are in the famous Ibirapuera Park here in the very heart of Sao Paulo. This is a massive green space at the heart of the city, a green oasis in the concrete jungle, it is often described as. 153 hectares, absolutely massive. In fact, it's so big, and considering the location it's in, it's often called the Hyde Park or the Central Park of Sao Paulo. Now, I've got an opinion on this. It is much more Central Park of New York than Hyde Park of the UK. And I'll tell you why. Or Hyde Park of London, I should say. I'll tell you why. In Hyde Park in London, it's really not that common to see a Londoner unless someone's commuting through it. It's not really used. There's lots of other smaller parks that are used by the locals in London. But this very much looks like the place where people come out to get their leisure, enjoy the green space, play areas for the kids. I've seen football pitches since I've come in. There's a volleyball court over here. A real cornucopia of facilities in this massive, tranquil green space, beautiful green space in the middle of Sao Paulo. Anyway, I've actually come here to look at a specific thing, or to find a specific thing. So, one way to do that, once again, here's your montage. And this is it, what I have been looking for, on top of a slightly windy hill on the edge of the park here in downtown Sao Paulo. This amazing, massive, somewhat phallic obelisk. I've been looking for this, as you can see it stands really tall amongst the whole of the city. You can see it from pretty much anywhere. Really, really impressive. Olá.
Tudo bem? Boa tarde. Que gentileza, professor. Aqui do portão para cá não pode.
Inglês?
You don't pass the...
Oh, sorry, so you must stay outside.
The gate.
Okay. Sorry. It was okay? Thank you. Okay, so we got a little bit told off there. Not allowed in the gates. But anyway, hopefully you get a good idea of the size of this massive stone structure. And it is so impressive when you're walking around Sao Paulo. You can see it from pretty much anywhere, or driving around, I should say. When you come in from the airport, when you're getting around, it really dominates the skyline and is a wonderful setting against the green park and the massive skyscrapers everywhere here in Sao Paulo. Right, now we've been told off by El Rosa's Portuguese, I think it's probably time to head back to the hotel, grab a beer, maybe have a little swim, and give you a summary of my day here in Sao Paulo. Okay, Mega Tripper, so that is now me back at the hotel here in Sao Paulo, coming to the end of my one day here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed our tour around the city, the market, the Grand Avenue, the great parks here in Sao Paulo. Definitely worth a visit. And next time we'll be heading north up to Rio to meet some of the best folks in the world. Now, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please do give me a like. If you've got any comments you think differently, please leave those below. But most importantly, thousands of you are watching these videos, but only about 30% of you are subscribed. So please do go ahead and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It is just that little button down there that says subscribe. Hit that, turn your notifications on, and that just means you'll get a notification every single time a new episode drops. New content every Saturday. That is my promise to you, and I'll be even posting some bonus episodes while I'm out here traveling as well. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to film the next one of these for you. Keep traveling. Join me next time here on Mega Trip.